the figure that you look up to, a manager either still managing now or from the past?
Well, I spend a lot of time in the summer going to watch practices and pre-season of managers in Italy. I went also abroad. I went to Manchester. I travel a lot. Of course, in Italy, there are few coaches that they are really, really good, really organized. And Maurizio Sarri is one that has an history. He's coming from, the amateur, and he climbed to and he arrived to Juventus, right? Winning titles, and he's really organized. He's a genius. And then maybe he has a kind of character that a little bit complicated, but yeah, Sarri for sure. And then another coach that I was following consistently was Marco Giampaolo, that recently didn't have. He was unlucky with his career, but he's a genius for sure. Sometimes results, hide the quality of the coach. And then right now there is a coach young that works in Sassuolo. The name is De Zerbi, and I think he's doing a great job. His ideas are great. He's playing the fantastic football, developing players. I like him a lot, but there are quite a few that I like, Italians. Of course, then there is even manager, like Guardiola, Klopp, who don't like them. I mean, this is...
Yeah, that's like the elite, right?
Yeah, you look everyone, and then you study, you learn, and then you do what you think. You can't like copy things. You have to have your plan.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to ask you a funny question. It's an imaginary situation. So imagine that you are hired by a club that have an unlimited budget to spend for 4 players. So you have to build the team around these 4 players: a goalkeeper, a center back, a central midfielder, and the forward. You can get them from any team around the world. Who would these 4 players be at this moment in time?
Okay, so goalkeeper.
Fantasy football, yeah?
Goalkeeper, I will need a goalkeeper that is good on the ball, because I like to build up from the back.
Okay.
So I will take...
We really put you on the spot, huh, with this one. These are the conversations
I would take the Liverpool. What's his name?
Alisson.
Yeah, the Brazilian. Yeah, I would take Alisson. Then I would take the the center back, Juventus.
All right.
Then I would take Verratti from Paris Saint-Germain.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, nice.
Then you say the striker?
Yeah. This is like the backbone of your team. Goalkeeper, center back, central midfielder, and striker.
And then we take striker. It depends what kind of 9 you want.
Your decision, your call, coach.
Okay, I take Lukaku now.
Nice.
Tommy's going to love that answer.
Yeah, I take Lukaku because he's improving a lot. He start to play with the team, and he can score goal. He's big, he's strong, but he's improving technically. I think Conte is doing an amazing job with him. So, yeah, I would take Lukaku.
Nice. So Alisson in goal, De Ligt in defense, Verratti at midfield, very nice pick, and Lukaku up front. Nice. I think you could build a very competitive team around these 4. And you also played, when you were still a footballer, you played alongside Andrea Barzagli in central defense. Yeah?
Yeah. Yes, Andrea, the first game that he played center back, because he was playing as an 8, as a 10, he played with me as a center back in Rondinella. And from the beginning, he was really good. Being really good technically and playing in Serie C, like as a midfielder, when he started to play on the back, his career exploded. Yeah, it was a good move. It was really a good move for him. And he had an amazing career.
Nice.
Really good player. Yeah.
Who are other players that really came up through the ranks that you met when you were playing in the lower Italian leagues?
Was Grosso.
Oh, all the world champions.
The whole '06 squad, right?
Yeah, it was Grosso. I played against him when he was in Chieti. He was playing Serie C. Yeah, he was playing. Even him, he was playing like an attacking midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he became a kind of left back, right?
Mm-hmm.
With quality.
Very offensive left back.
Yeah, with quality, a lot of quality. Who else that became? Well, I don't know if you remember the play with me, Ciccio Tavano, that played with Empoli. Played with me 2 years. Played with Empoli, Roma, Valencia.
Are you still in touch with them? Did they congratulate you after? No.
Unfortunately, no, because I went in America. They had their career.
Mm-hmm.
We lost each other. But I bet that if I meet them, we're gonna.
Yeah,
we spend a lot of good time together.
They always listen to our podcast, anyways. So they're probably listening to this right now.
Maybe. I don't know if they know English. So.
Woo. All right. They won a World Cup, but they don't speak English, right?
Probably.
Nice, Rory. What about the? Yeah. Go for it.
No, what were you going to say, Tommy?
I was just going to leave you the floor because I'm a very
okay. Well,
person.
I thought we'd take some questions from Twitter, if that's okay. And some questions from my uncle. So I need to say their name: Sean, Francis, and Seamus. That's done. Box ticked. Right? They are all Dundalk season ticket holders. They watched them through the 70s, through the 80s, and they absolutely love the club. So they sent me some questions that they wanted me to ask you. So the first one is: how much do you know about the rivalries that Dundalk have with the other teams in the league?
You know what I feel? That every weekend here is a derby.
Okay, right.
Because the country is small.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you have a derby every weekend. I know that there is kind of, rivalry with Drogheda. I think they always, is a big game. And of course, the with Shamrock the rivalry is huge. I felt that, and but because maybe they are the two top teams in the league, that's why maybe. But Drogheda, they told me that is the derby eventually.
Yeah, I think that's the one that my uncle's talked to me the most about. I think, and is it something? Because obviously you've been coaching while there's not been fans in the stadium, right? But it's still everything around the club. You can still feel that game is bigger, even without the fans there, right?
Yeah, of course. No, huge. And we feel the support. We feel when the critique sometimes. They are really, But yes, we feel that. And listen, the night that we came back with the cup, with the bus, and we drive with the bus through the town. Oh my God, trust me, that was amazing.
I can imagine.
All the people that were waiting us there, and it was something. I will never forget this.
That sounds like an incredible experience, right? To have the whole town there would be amazing. And there's so a few questions from the Twitter. One is from @OutsidersFooty, and it's: do you watch or listen to media pundits, and do they influence the way you think in any way? How easy is it to ignore them if you want to ignore them?
No, listen, I completely ignore them, to be honest. I have to be focused on what I'm doing. If I have to listen everything, I'm gonna go crazy. No, I don't do that. I stay focused on what I have to do. I am in a position that you have to be strong. You have to have big shoulder. You have to accept everything, the good and the bad. But nothing is going to change my way to think, and I'm going to act honest with myself. I want to look myself in the mirror. I want to look my son in the face. If you are not honest, you're not going to do that. And when I walk around, my head is up. I'm not gonna be influenced by nothing. I'm gonna do my best, of course. You make mistakes. Everyone make mistakes. But no, I'm not influenced from media. No.
I think that's undoubtedly that must be the best approach to it. How easy is it to ignore it though? Is it easy to just does it just turn into white noise or? No,
it's not. It's not easy, but it's an exercise that you have to do. You have to talk with yourself, and you have to say, stay calm, do what you have to do, stay focused on objectives, stay focused on what you have to do, because if you become emotional, then you make mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's just about that. Is an exercise that you have to have in your mind, and I am old enough now to do it.
And one more question. Fans often ask their managers to have a plan B. Do managers have a plan B, or is it just plan A?
I have many plans. I have A, B, C, D. When you prepare a game, right? But then the game has a multiple phase, so you have always multiple plans. You have to read the game. Is what do you do during the week, and what do you do in the game? It's something different. You can find many coaches that they are really good on planning, really good during the week, and maybe they miss something during the weekend, or opposite, right? So a good coach should be doing both. It's not easy, but yes, you have is like players, right? So the good players in the modern soccer, they read situation and they make decisions, and they have to do it fast during the game. The coach has to do the same, and you have to process many information. You have to be fast. You have to be prepared, but then you have to be fast on process and make decisions really fast.
And I have a few questions from the Instagram as well. So the first question is, what is the most difficult personality trait to manage in players, in your opinion?
Well, when you have a player that is really talented but is afraid, right? When you have some that they don't want to risk, that they are afraid. The players of the Thursday, I call them. In Italy, we say this is the player of the Thursday, because then on during the week, fantastic. In the weekend, they shit in their pants. So this is complicated. So make them understand that they have to deliver performance under pressure. This is probably the most difficult thing, right? So it's a lot of psychological work with them. But there are so many players like that.
Do you feel like you're pretty good at motivating people to believe in themselves? Do you think that's one of your best traits as a manager?
I try to plan their motivation. I have to explain them why they have to do that. What is where they're gonna go doing like that, and why and how then they should do it. So it's a lot of even when you motivate or you prepare something, even psychologically, you have to have a plan, right? You have to touch the right points with the
right
players,
buttons,
the right buttons, because maybe sometimes players they don't know how to touch their buttons. So you have to find a way to help them to do that. It's like train the body, train the mind is the same thing. So it's the most complicated. For me, the easiest thing is work in the pitch, prepare there, do training sessions, periodization and stuff. This is the easiest, and I really enjoy it. The work of the manager now is managing people, so groups, be a leader, these kind of things.
Two more questions. The next one is, what are your thoughts on expected goals? Have you heard about this statistic going around a lot recently? XG, XG, XG. What do you make of it?
Numbers are amazing. This kind of number, I study a lot this with my staff, and I really like it. But then you have to really interpret it. The numbers, they have to be interpreted, because if you look only numbers, then you lose your eye, in the performance in the stuff. If you use only your eye, you're gonna miss a lot of things that you don't know. So I really like this kind of data, and I am a learner, and I'm studying this, and I think is really, really important, and it's gonna give you a really good picture of what's going on in the pitch.
Nice. Do you think that working in the United States maybe made you understand more the importance of numbers? Because I remember the baseball page, it's only numbers. There is a very short article and then a super big chart, and it's only numbers and percentages.
I don't know if it was United States. It's just, that is important. In some sport is really important. So you have to mix a little bit. In football, you can't do only this. It's different. The football is a world sport. is